across the San Diego Bay into the skyline of what's called America's finest city. The Cubs and the Padres are coming up next. Downtown San Diego and Petco Park on a Thursday night. Tonight it's the first of four between the Central leading Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. Roger Bernardina will dig in, currently fifth in the National League in batting to begin play. Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. So after one pitch yields our first out of the night, let's give you a look at how the Padres align defensively. It's brought to us by the folks at Majestic. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic. Corey Hunter will stand in now as you check out his OPS, that number translating. Oh, and now meanwhile, this ball is cranked out to straightaway center field, and this one is going to leave the yard. It's a home run. Kevin Valdez will get his first opportunity now.
Shortstop, Kevin Valdez.
Oh, he goes right with the fastball, and this is stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And this will get all the way out toward the sand out there. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double. Albert Pujols will stand in. And as you can see, it's another early RBI opportunity for the National League leader in that category. Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
I tell you what, anytime you get a first inning visit from your pitching coach, something ain't working out there. You know, here's what he's saying. Look, we need you to figure this out. We need some innings out of you here. Let's go.
Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. And that's through, a base hit.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Jason Castro will stand in here. Currently sixth in the National League in RBIs, but with a good chance to pad that total here. Fastball, and he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that is into the right field seats. It's a home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Number 14 on the season. And the Cubs have now opened this up to a 5-0 lead. Alfonso Soriano will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League. Here's one hit towards the hole. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Marcus Semien will stand in, currently 8th in the National League in hitting to enter play. Hit hard toward the right side. And boy, the Cubs have come to play as this is good for extra bases as well. And this will get to the wall over near the 322 sign. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there. That's 6 hits now he's given up in just this inning alone, and it's beyond time for a change. You've got to get him out of there.
Steven Strasburg will get a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to pad onto his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 away. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Martin is there to put it away. Elvis Andrus will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. picking on the first pitch as this is on the ground towards short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Dustin Pedroia will stride in now, and as you see there, he sits ninth in the National League in batting at the start of play. Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. A flip from short right gets him, and there are two away.
Pretty nice way to start your evening. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You can bet pitch count will not be a factor if he can keep bat pace up.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Now 0-2, you got to be wary of that changeup. This is where he likes to throw it.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and Roger Bernardina will stand in to lead off the second. And what will they do for an encore after the first inning they put together?
Well, you know, Matt, they might not have to do anything at all. That's how good the first inning was.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right. And a base hit here to open up the second.
Boy, this is really turning into an onslaught now. I mean, you see it right there. 7 hits against him now. We're still just in the second inning. You want to at least give him a chance to work out of it, but at this point, I can't really see him turning this thing around.
Runner goes, and he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. Martin able to take it in for the first out. Kevin Valdez will stand in. He doubled and later scored his first time. Now a ball swung on and hit high in the air and deep to left center field. This ball has a chance, and the route is on now. It's a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center as this lead swells to 7-0. Albert Pujols is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Got to wonder if the natives will start to get restless here.
Well, it's definitely not the start to this game this crowd was hoping for. Far from it.
Throw in time at first for out number 2. Wilson Betemit will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. And he's right on the fastball there as this is hit pretty well out towards deep left. And Brantley will make the catch, and that ends the inning. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Cubs 7 and the Padres nothing. Trevor Plouffe will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly. I mean, yeah, ideally a 10-run inning would be great, but you've got time on your side. You don't need to try to get it all back at once. Just peck away. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. Get yourself into slam range. That's 4 runs down.
Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it, 1 gone.
And, you know, it's pretty safe to say that anytime you give a guy 7 runs of support here in the first half of a ball game, he's probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
Michael Brantley comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Out in front of the curve that time, as this is in the air toward fairly deep right field. And there to take this one is Hunter, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, once the sun goes down here, this place plays like a much different ballpark. Case in point right there. That ball had no carry whatsoever.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 2 out, nobody on. And this is fouled back and out of play. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Fouled back. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Bernardina is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Vin Mazzaro is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the 3rd inning, he may be asked to work for a while. Jason Castro is ready to go here as we begin the 3rd. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Alfonso Soriano is in for the 2nd time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. 2-0 now.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that, so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Here's a swing, and he saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Yeah, that's a smart play over there at first. He knows he likely won't have a shot anywhere else, so he makes sure to get that 1 out on the tag. You don't want to take a chance at throwing it around and not getting anybody.
Marcus Semien will stand in here. He doubled his first time around. Sliced down the line at first. And this is right by Freeman down the line. It's a fair ball.
And now that's already 8 runs they've pushed across the plate here in the first few innings. And I don't know what's gotten into these guys, but they've definitely had the bats working so far.
Steven Strasburg will stand in with a run in, 1 out and 1 on here in the inning. Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, no surprise they had him squaring right there, and I figure he'll get 2 more shots to get it down.
Runners on the move for second. Now the bunt attempt is popped up. And now he'll lunge forward to grab this ball in the air. Throw back to first. Doubles it. Jordan Pacheco will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home 3rd.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now a swing and another ball that I believe will find its way into the seats. Still 0-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Leonis Martin will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. And this is lined into right field as that'll put him into the hit column for the first time. It's a solid single. Vin Mazzaro. We'll take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball one. Wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. A tag for one, but they'll only get one as he's in there at second.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but hey, he gets the job done.
Elvis Andrus will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now a little tapper in front of the mound. This should get him out of it. Throw to Pujols is going to be in time, and the inning is... Roger Bernardina will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
Center fielder, Roger Bernardino.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. And they're going to have a leadoff base runner here as the fastball's lined into left, a base hit. So he continues to hit the ball well, his second hit of the ball game, and he's aboard on the leadoff single as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see there on the graphic, his total good for 5th best in the National League. Torrey Hunter will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one. Runner goes for second. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. And therefore it is Markakis, and that's your first out. Kevin Valdez will stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far.
Kevin Valdez.
Swing, hard hit ball to second. Andrus. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first. Dustin Pedroia will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And that guy right there is the beneficiary of all these early runs. He's got to be the happiest guy in the ballpark.
Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Weakly to the right side, so he stays alive. And this is going to be a foul ball. Out of play. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. And this will be fouled away. And this is swung on and bounced to shortstop. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the 2 starters scheduled to oppose one another. Goes right back to the changeup. Tough pitch back to back. It's 0-2 now.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
And a fastball that's lifted the other way out to left. And Soriano will tuck this one away for route number 2. Trevor Plouffe will dig in here. Took a called 3rd strike his first time. Right there for strike 1.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like this.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Albert Pujols will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Albert Pujols.
And he'll open the 5th inning here with the ball on the ground for short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So 1 away now for Wilson Betemit.
Third baseman, Wilson Betemit.
Now he spins on a fastball here and drives one to deep right field. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. There's no denying he's been swinging one of the hottest bats on the club, if not the entire league. And he comes through again with his second hit of the ball game. This one for 2 bases.
Jason Castro will try it again. He homered back in the 1st inning of this one. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Now for Betemit, he's at second with his 9th 2-base hit of the year. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Good waist pitch, 1-2. 3rd double of the game for these guys as you see the comparison there. And he gets under a fastball here as this is lifted the other way to left center. Brantley will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning. Alfonso Soriano will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a check swing here, but did he hold up in time? No, he went around, says Earl Hendricks. It's strike 1. Close to the bag at second there. Now the pitch. Now a swing as he shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs as the lead holds at 8-0. Michael Brantley will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they've pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Nick Markakis will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Ball hit in the air now toward the left fielder Soriano. And he's got it for out number 2.
Well, that's about as easy as they come right there, and certainly not too taxing on the arm either. This is a first pitch changeup, and it's down in the zone. But he goes down there and tries to hit it anyway, and he doesn't put a very good swing on it.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Here comes another 0-2. And now a sharply hit ball toward the right side as this gets foul past the coaching box. And this ball swung on and hit on the ground. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. Padres down. Marcus Semien will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
Second baseman, Marcus.
And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Martin is under it to put it away, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out to kick off the 6th.
Well, they had to call on him a bit earlier than they would have liked, but all things considered, he's done a pretty nice job in long relief so far, just allowing the 1 earned run.
Oh, this is hit hard toward second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, I tell you what, watching this guy play, this is pretty routine. He times it perfectly, goes up and gets it right at the apex, and that's a Gold Glover at work right there.
Roger Bernardina will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. First pitch of the at-bat is lined hard into the gap in left center. That'll find some real estate out there for extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
Okay, don't get rattled. The right fielder, number
Corey
48.
Hunter will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out towards straightaway right. Settling under it is Markakis, and he puts it away to retire the side. Leonis Martin will come in now to start things out here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure. Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
On the ground, softly towards second. On to first, and Strasburg's in control here, 2 away.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Elvis Andrus is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up, and I mean way up there on the left side of the infield. And he'll get over to... Oh, it kicks off his glove. How did he do that? So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. Dustin Pedroia will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Now a ball bounced towards the mound. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Seth Maness will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Kevin Valdez will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on.
And you can tell when these guys have gone up to the plate, they've had a plan. They're just not wildly swinging, hoping for things to work out. They've been looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
And that will clear the out-of-town scoreboard for a home run. Albert Pujols, a 2-run shot, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, as this lead got even wider. No outs, nobody on. And Betamit able to lay off there as the count moves to 2-0 now.
Yeah, I think he's still thinking about that home run ball he just gave up. So it's a good time to come out, visit the mound, and say, hey, we still got some work to do here. You got to put that last guy behind you, and let's get on with it.
And that is into right field, a base hit.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. And that wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Now a swing and a ball grounded to second. Bare-handed for 1. On to Freeman, a double play. Alfonso Soriano will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Martin will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Padres nothing. Freddie Freeman will step in now to lead off the home half of the seventh.
First baseman.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. And a good throw gets him one gone. Trevor Plouffe will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And this is fouled back and out of play. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Michael Brantley is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Daniel Bard will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Marcus Semien get us going now in the top half of the 8th. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Freeman is there to put it away, and they couldn't ask for more than a 1-pitch out to begin the 8th. Steven Strasburg will make a 4th plate appearance tonight, and why not? He's been in command. And now the second pitch of the inning is in the air to right. And Markakis will tuck this one in for out number 2. Roger Bernardina will dig in. He doubled his last time. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The next pitch. Fouled back. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Now another 1-2. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses 2-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Nick Markakis will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And this is going to be a foul ball. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And this is going to be a foul ball. And this ball will be chopped foul. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. Leonis Martin will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? They continue to stack up. 17 in a row set down now as the side is retired again. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Corey Hunter will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one.
Right fielder, Corey Hunter.
Now the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And a heck of an effort over there at first, but it'll be for naught as this is a foul ball. Hard hit towards center. Into a slide, and he makes the catch. Kevin Valdez will stand in. He homered back in the second inning of this one. Here's the first offering. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Oh, a tough play from a knee. He gets him. What a play. Albert Pujols will stand in again, and we'll take you back to the seventh inning. This was a two-run home run, and it was one of the key blows in the ball game thus far. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two. And I'd be surprised if Albert sees anything here as it goes to 3-0 now.
And he's got to be up there thinking, come on already. Give me something to hit.
Swing and a ball lifted into straightaway center. Martin is going to have room out there as he puts this. Andrew Newcomb will come on here. Not a safe situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless. Nick Punto will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the ninth. And they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. A chance here at least for this guy to get some work in what should be a fairly low-stress appearance.
Yeah, but it seems like these outings are where you relax a little bit too much, you give up 3 runs, and then watch your ERA climb by another point. He'll need to guard against that.
The shortstop, number 1,
Elvis Andrus is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Here it comes now to Andrus. Grounded fouled off to the right. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Throw on to first, and the Padres are down to their final out now.
Yeah, and now just 1 out away from wrapping up this one, and that would certainly be a good way to start the series if they could take game 1 on the road.
Dustin Pedroia is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Boy, another night and another victory. How much longer can they keep it up? I mean, this has been incredible to watch.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, the Cubs were given an excellent outing on the mound here by this man, Steven Strasburg. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the ninth, but still, 8 strong innings for him. He was hitting his spots all game long.